Hello everybody, Manithral here, and welcome to the RS3 weekly update video. Now before we dive into the big thing for today, for this week's update, we also have the development update with the necromancy reveal date. So we kind of got a little bit going on here that I want to go over as well. So far as we know, Unwelcome Guest Slayer update was the last one that came out. Up next should be probably the update for May, and then the update for June will probably be the following one. But it's looking like Necromancy is just around the corner. It is delayed a little bit from what I was expecting, but it is still on track for what they were expecting. But for May, So for May itself, though, we have Necromancy May 30th, which is the skill reveal. So do check that out. They will be having a stream of that. I'm looking forward to it. We also have a max cash limit update coming out this month, as well as we have what is currently out today. But there's also going to be a double XP live in May, going from May 19th through the 29th. So we'll hit that. We'll have the skill reveal. And then we'll be into June already. From June on, potentially, I will say that woodcutters could come before June, after June. I can't honestly say, because spring and early summer is to be anticipated as content of the Woodcutter's Grove, which comes along with the brand new hatchet. So that'll be pretty interesting. And then we also have the Dead and Buried quest, which we have no idea what that is, but there's a safe deal that it has to deal with Raptor in there. But there's also going to be a Ninja Strike with a community hit list, update, a Game Jam releases. And I'm not sure if you guys watch anything that goes on with Twitter or anything like that. Sometimes, well, usually more so with Reddit, but Twitter has had some pretty amazing screenshots from stuff that Majin and Blackwitch have been working on with getting everything overhauled, including Karamja for the graphical updates. But then we also have the beach. Now, so far as after early summer, and now we're heading into normal, it does say new and then new skill and season. So it'll be very interesting to see. So essentially, I could have sworn they initially said that Necromancy was going to be the first quarter of the year, or the second quarter of the year. No, first quarter of the year. But it does look like it is indeed in the second half of the year, so from July on. But we don't know exact date yet, but we will be getting more information come May 30th. But yeah, brand new hatchet is on the way. And one of the things that it says is that the community hit list, but it also says about the FSoA, so Fractured Staff of Armadyl and Animate Dead balance beta. So that brings us actually in today's update, which is the Fractured Staff of Armadyl and Animate Death beta, and a spring survey. So if you guys remember, you guys should always be taking part in the surveys. It's a way to get your voice heard. But we do have the beta that is out today. Now, the only downside I have to say to this is that the beta worlds are going to be going live Thursday, May 4th, and they will be going until May 16th. And how to access it, you have to use the Jagex launcher. But head to the taskbar and close any other running instances of Jagex launcher. Click this link once the beta begins May 4th. So links will be added to this main web page once it goes live. The link will load the Jagex launcher, then start loading the beta, so logging you in automatically. Non-Jagex launcher, there's going to be a link here as well. But when first log in, your save file is imported into the beta, and you can re-import your save into the beta once per hour. There is some fat Q&A here. This is the one downside that I think is actually going on. They're saying that the question is, I want to test the animate dead and fractured staff of Armadillo. Do I need to have them already? And the answer is yes. Accessing the beta will transfer over only a copy of your save. So if you don't have it, you're out of luck, basically. And how do you give feedback? You'll be able to respond to some in-game polls in the beta, and they will be coordinating an official thread on Reddit too. But the one thing I do not understand is that old school RuneScape has been doing this for a while, where you can access betas, doesn't affect your live game, anybody can take part in it, etc., etc. Why is it only OSRS is able to do that, and RS3 you either have to have the stuff or you don't get to try it out at all? I don't agree with that. But the development update, we just went over that. But there is some stuff to really look forward to with that. I would love to. I'm looking forward to all of this, because I don't know, maybe you guys out there disagree, but the 4.4.3 updates have been rather nice overall, as far as skilling and combat and questing, everything in one. But now the spring is underway and in full bloom, it's time to reflect, and they're looking back into the feedback into the game. So if you click on this link that's in here, you are able to give your feedback. I don't know what the questions are yet. I have not tried it out yet. I am going to be doing that after this video. We also have a free comic book day, so there is a RuneScape comic, and you'll be able to get free access to this. But this is going to be on May 6th, so do check that out if it interests you. There is a live stream Q&A. Well, not necessarily Q&A, but a live stream today. They usually do have a Q&A section, though. But it is, well, it was today, so sorry about that. But the Untold Tales of the God Wars, which is a skill and chill with Mod Doom and Spear. So do go check out their VOD if they have it onto Twitch. There's usually always something going on there. But there's also another one, which we actually get a twofer this week, which is going to be Wednesday, May 3rd at 1600 Game Time, designing RuneScape. So that'll be interesting. And then we have the Treasure Hunter calendar, which starts May 4th and ends May 8th, which is the Phoenix Rising. And starting May 9th and ends May 10th is Mysteria. So those will be the ones to check out for this time through. And then we have the patch notes, which first we have some unwelcome guest patches. I'm glad to see these patches aren't a mile long like they used to be. Unwelcome guests fix further typos in unwelcome guest update. Demon flash mobs are no longer affected by the guardhouse insta-kill buff. Lenza, Arcasay, and the Wadi Worm are no longer affected by the guardhouse insta-kill buff. General, fix an issue where the checkboxes for the legendary Lumberjack pet were resetting after closing the pet interface. Players can now progress in the Gothic Sleeps quest when they have destroyed a specific item. A typo with a Sivthirl rod has been fixed. Remove the possibility of a player getting stuck in the tutorial after lighting a fire by the door of Reginald's house. The Hunter Skill Guide entries for Carrion, Draconic, and God Jadinkos now say preferred instead of required. If you dismiss a familiar after killing Bork, the familiar will no longer return. An accidental change made the lodestone icons on the action bar blurry, and this has been corrected. Otherwise, we go into the community showcase, and speaking of comics, we have a little comic here by Rare Corgi. Rather interesting one. Overall, I must say. And then we have another, ooh, this is very beautiful here by Wood Jumbles, and this is a painting they have made. Rather nice. I really enjoy that. And then we have a very interesting thing here from Maginixie. Terrifying lore-inspired Ripper Demon. This is basically the process of going from human to Ripper Demon. Interesting. And we have up first for RuneTube, we have the RS guy. It takes through the process from no gear to max gear in just 7 days. That is impressive. But I will say, the RS guy, he's one of them to do that. Will be able to do that. And then Waydot here has another video. A full series of 0 hours to 1800 hours and and this is a OSRS player tries RS3. So I'm actually even curious about that. I want to be potentially checking that out because just to see how they think of it. And then we have one here by RSBNB, completing comp, completionist cape updates, the return of polls, a whole bunch of juicy details, completing comp. That is by RSBNB. And then we have some Scaper screenshots. So Lily Hart and friends here showing off a whole bunch of different outfits they have, but trying to get their hands on Mod Doom's Stroop Waffles. Must be some sort of inside joke. Then you have Sene in the Coliseum, where you, well, obviously you fight Carapic, as he is staring right at you. And then we have somebody endangering, and this happens to be Jornoms, challenging a skill Champa. Never a good idea. Then we have the Pink Skirt events, which we have up first. We have a heist hosted by RuneScape Discord mentors, May 5th, at 1800 game time, World 91, Valador Lodestone, FC's AC help. Well, A help. Mega Duck Hunt is hosted by Steve20058, Megaduck and Icy Love. This will be Saturday, May 6th at 1800 game time, World 5, Valador Park. FC is Megaduck. Then we have Twin Furies hosted by Pippi Spot and the Boss Guild. Sunday, May 7th at 2000 game time, World 88. The Heart of Gillinor, Zimrock Lobby. FC is Boss Guild. So as far as next week goes, I'm not entirely sure what really expect. But we do have a double XP. Keep up. Well, keep in mind. Well, next 2 weeks. I don't know what will be coming up, but we do have from May 29th to the 19th to the 29th that it'll be a double XP week. Well, I shouldn't say week, but yeah, you got double XP coming up. So do check that out, and all sorts of goodness coming as time goes on. But that'll do it for today's video, so thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, later guys.